Hello and welcome to Stadda Gubba 3. Stuff our dad told us. Okay, enjoy.
Then they graduate to shepherd, and then one of those shepherds becomes Staddy. So that's the progression. Okay? So now they had to pick, they had the four shepherds, and me and Sammy Romantine were the two angels. This was our first time.
First year.
Our first year. We're very excited because we've always heard about it, we've always seen them, but now is our chance. We were going to be angels. So the two Chabala boys were Pastity and Bernie Bushak. It was Bernie Bushak, two Chabala brothers, Bernie Bushak, and who was the other? Oh, I know who it was. It was Sammy Romantine's old brother. He had an older brother. Okay, so those four were the Pastid, and the study that year was Ivy Pinkowski. You probably, I don't know whether you remember. Ivy Pinkowski was Staddy. Okay. Then, that night, when our first practice, we were introduced to and there was two older guys from the church. The two brothers, the Sachi, the brothers were, they lived on the hill. Oh, what the name, whether it was
No, Mary's not here.
Oh, Seach brothers.
Okay.
Okay, the Seach brothers were the, and they were like 67 and 68.
Wow.
But no, wait, I take that back. I think they were about 50, but they looked like they were 60. Okay, say they were 50, okay?
Anyway.
And they wore these old top coats and regular hat and a tie, and they both smoked a pipe. Okay? So that was the whole contingency. And so we all got to meet everybody and says, okay, here's what's going to happen. Now let's start to play. So we got all our parts. Everything was in... what happened was the year before it was all written out in Old Slavonic, but this year they translated it to... I think it was Uncle Pinky or Uncle Mike translated it into English, so that we could all read it.
Wow.
So we could learn our parts. But it was still in Old Slavonic.
Right.
You know what I mean? And our first practice, I was hoping that Uncle Mike would be there, because he was a veteran, because he was a Gubba for 100 years. So he wasn't there for the first practice, but I talked him into coming to the second practice. Okay, so we had our first practice. We got our parts. Now the angels didn't have any parts. All they had was singing parts, and the shepherds had singing parts. Staddy was the only one that really had a speaking part. Okay, our part was the way it worked. The procession was the two angels carrying the church. The church had two handles on it, and it was a little bit bigger than a bread box. So then we were in the lead, and then the two Pastid, then the two shepherds and two other shepherds, and the Staddy just roamed around anywhere. We were in uniform. I mean, we were in sort of a parade pageant, but he was just a loose cannon, if you will. Okay, so we all lined up and everything. We were reading the scripts now, but when we went on the road, we had to memorize everything. So I had a real hard time learning this one song. It says, when you come up to the, what we do is we approach a home. We ring the bells so the people know we're coming, so they can prepare the house. And in those days, all Greek Catholics used to put straw on their floor in the kitchen, where the baby Jesus was going to be, where we were going to put the church. In the kitchen, on the kitchen table, that's where it went. Okay? That's where all the food was and everything, and that's a good spot for it. You with me so far?
This Christmas Eve it happened?
Yeah,
This happens
Christmas Eve.
on Christmas Eve?
Right.
Okay.
But we 2 weeks in advance we practice.
Right.
We have to take 2 weeks to get ready. So now, and the first song we sing as we come in, they ring the bells, they stop the bells, and then the two angels sing, Slava vobishnim bohu ina zemlimi, pochela visi blahovolenia. Okay, and then the people, and we knock on the door, and the two guys say, Slava Isus Christus, and they greet him, and they greet the guys, and they says, may we enter your, they said, do it in Slovak or Slovak, may we enter your house and present Jesus for this festive eve, what have you, okay? And they say, oh yes, please come in. So they lead us to the kitchen, and what was so great, we got to see everybody's house all decorated, and it was great and the kids that had the nice cute girls would always wink at the girls. The guy would hit us over the head because we weren't supposed to do that, okay? And so everybody would come into the kitchen around the table, and then we would put the table down, and then we would open the little
you put the church on the
table, and they would open the little door, and the light went on, and the little kids were the first. The little kids were the first ones to go in and look at it, and then the mama said, "Go look, see baby Jesus! Oh, look at baby Jesus!" And we all went. And then as this was going on, we would sing another song, and then the other song was Ne boy zemlya ne sudestuju, Christos rodился, poplotился, ангели спевают, цари витаю, поклоняю, пастырю, чудо повидаю. And then one of the older guys would say, now we'll present the pageant, and Staddy would come in and he'd kneel down, and it said, Ya Staddy Chelovik, Ushim Nohu Prejel, Netakia Tepilya Negda Te Vidila, or Izemetam Toti Mishila. And what he's doing actually is narrating the nativity story.
Oh, great.
What the words are that I just says, I'll do it to you in English, okay? He says, he kneels down and says, I'm an old man and I've seen a lot of things in my life, but when I saw the star in the east, I knew that some big thing was going to hold our world, and I was privileged to see you at your birth, baby Jesus. I give you my life, I give you my soul, I give you, and it goes on a litany of all kinds of things for about 5 minutes, okay? And then we get up and they sing another song. Ne boy zemlya ne sudestuju, Christos rodился, poplotился, ангели спевают, цари витаю, поклоняю, пастырю, чудо повидаю. And then, after they were all looking at, and then the Staddy and the four shepherds sing the closing song, and the closing song, and then after that, then the lady,
the shepherd talks.
The shepherd talks, and then what happens? The lady of the house, every house we went to, could we give you something to eat?
Right.
And then they say, okay, then they give us a feast. I mean, at the first couple houses we just get a cookie or something, and then we have this big bag, and one of the trustees carries this big bag of food, because when after the night is over, we bring this bag home and we divide the food up.
Oh, great.
And then also the money that we collect, that Stoddy collects in his evaporated can, we get all that money is ours.
Right. So why does he? What's the act of giving money?
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Okay, so far? So now they give us the food and we eat some of it, we throw it in a basket, and something we like, if there's something we can throw in the bag, we throw in the bag.
What would it
Okay.
be? What
Kielbasa, hams, pabalki, all kinds of Christmas. They got tons of candy, everything we throw in there. Okay? Then the Stoddy goes chasing the kids around.
Around the house,
Okay?
yeah.
And then what he says, okay, now we want to get all the evil spirits out of the house. And then he goes chasing all the evil spirits around. But what had happens, the little kids think that they're chasing him, that they're chasing them. But he's chasing all the evil spirits away from the house. So when we leave, it's going to be a joyous Christmas and there won't be any evil spirits there.
That was Stadda Gubba 3. To find out what happens, tune in to Stadda Gubba 4, coming soon. This is all the stuff my dad told us. Okay, bye.